Welcome to the next video in the Baby Registry series. In this one, I'll be covering things that are useful to have in the nursery and also around the house. First thing I'll cover is furniture. And before jumping into the first item, I'd like you to consider what your plans are for how your baby will sleep. For us, co-sleeping was never a part of our plan, and my son slept in our room in his bassinet until he was about 6 months old, and then we moved him into his room. So you may want to think about whether your baby will co-sleep, sleep in a bassinet or in a crib in your room, or will they be sleeping in their own room from day one? As usual, the items I talk about are based on my experience using them, though I might also mention some stuff that my friend liked as she had her baby a few months before I did. Alright, so up first is a bassinet. Now, we wanted Theo to sleep in our room for the first 6-ish months of his life because one, our room is the most accessible room in the house, and two, I wanted him to sleep where we slept to make sure it was easy to attend to his needs during the night. And some tips when you're shopping for a bassinet: one, it should have as many mesh sides as possible. I especially loved this about our bassinet. My son would always roll to his side when we put him down, and there were times when his face was right up against that mesh, and I didn't have to worry if he was able to breathe. And two, maybe look for height adjustability. Our bassinet didn't have this feature, and we were hurting because of it. My husband and I are pretty average height, and we felt like we were bending pretty low to pick him up or put him down. And some nice features to have are wheels if you plan to move the bassinet around the house and you also don't have a lot of carpeting. Also nice to have is an easy breakdown and setup if you plan to travel and stay somewhere else, either for a few hours or overnight. Finally, you could look for one with a side that comes down if you want baby to sleep right next to your bed. And a last note on bassinets: don't spend too much money on it. Some babies outgrow their bassinets very quickly, and some come with bells and whistles that you might not use or baby might not like them. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the Snoo, which might be the priciest bassinet out there. So if you're going that route, you might want to consider renting it or getting it secondhand and really save yourself a big cost. So the bassinet that we got, which was the Chico Lulago, that was super basic, and besides like the height issue, it actually worked really great. It was also super travel friendly, and we did travel with it many times. Also, it's very lightweight, and we would sometimes move it back and forth between our bedroom and the living room. But for our next kiddo, if we end up getting a new bassinet, it might be one with a drop side and height adjustability, or this other one from Graco that seems to be a dupe for the Snoo but costs like a third less. Alright, so transitioning now to a crib. Some things to look out for are that the mattress height is adjustable and that the crib converts to a toddler bed so that it'll last for a few years. There are some really nice but very pricey cribs out there, and something to keep in mind is that it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. Like, my son will kick the sides of it, he'll chew on the rails, he'll scratch at them. Also, they will eventually need a real bed, and that's where I see the value in spending a little bit more since it's meant to last for like 5 to 15 years. We got a hand-me-down crib from a friend, but I would recommend cribs from Delta Children's as they are very cost-effective and include all the features I just mentioned. Ours is also from Delta Children's. Alright, so up next is a changing table. Whether you should register for one will depend on your space, but I would say if you can, do it. We got one as a hand-me-down, and I'm so glad that we did. And that thing moved from his room initially to the living room to our bedroom and then back to his room. And it's really nice to have. It's just been easier on our bodies than it was when we used to change him on the couch or our bed or even the rug. So I'll link the one that we specifically received, but there are some other ones out there that are more like dressers and can be multifunctional in that way. Alright, so the last furniture item I recommend for your registry is a rocking chair or a glider. The one I got was also a hand-me-down, but I've linked below the specific one that we received, and I wish we had had it sooner. Our Lazy Boy style rocker chair from Costco, it was just like too big in terms of the space that it occupied in Theo's room and even our room. It was too big to get in and out of comfortably, especially after my C-section. And it was just like too big to rest my arms while I was nursing him. Also, the glider that we received comes with pockets on the sides, which is really handy to keep either a water bottle or cell phone, AirPods, whatever. Also, I love that I don't have to worry about his fingers getting crushed or caught on anything, so I feel safe leaving this chair in his room. All right, so let's talk about some crib stuff. So on my registry, I made the crib mattress private because it costs a lot more than a lot of other crib mattresses, and I didn't want my friends and family to shell out for it. I also waited to buy it until the price dropped, and I was able to stack the registry discount on top of that, so it cost a lot less. And also, like, I think I bought it when he was like a few months old, and which was fine because he was sleeping in his bassinet anyway. We didn't move him to his crib for a while. So with that said, I bought him the Halo mattress, and the Newton mattress is pretty much the same. They are both made with very breathable materials and very washable materials. And I love these features. My son sleeps practically face down. I think a lot of babies do. And I feel assured that he has good airflow when he sleeps. And to go with your mattress, register for some crib sheets and some bassinet sheets. I like the muslin sheets because they are breathable and they come in lots of colors and lots of designs. All right, so moving on to diapering your baby. Whether or not you get a changing table, definitely get a changing pad with like the sides that curve up. The raised sides help keep your baby in place, and it provides cushioning wherever you decide to change your baby. Also add some soft covers for the changing pad so it's a bit nicer for baby when they're getting their diaper changed. Now, changing pad liners are definitely optional, but they came in handy for us. Even though we haven't used them in months, we did use them a lot when Theo was little. We would put one on top of the changing pad with a cover on and then replace it if it got dirty. There were several accidents in the beginning as we were trying to figure out how to change his diaper, and having those liners made it really easy because we didn't have to replace like the whole cover of the changing pad. We just took the liner off and then replaced it with a clean one and just threw the dirty one in the washing machine. And another optional item is a hanging diaper organizer. These can be hung from a crib or a changing table, and they come with plenty of storage for diapers, wipes, cream, spatula, toys, clothes, like whatever. In the beginning, this one was a bit of a game changer for us. We had a place for the wipes container, and it also helped us to get organized so that we could have as quick a diaper change as possible. Now, I highly recommend that you put a diaper pail on your registry, but I know a lot of people are split on this one. My husband was team no diaper pail, but I converted him once he realized how many times we had to change Theo's diaper in the beginning. I also made sure to get one that wasn't too big so that I could empty it out more frequently, thus avoiding smells getting into the air. The particular diaper pail that I got is from Decor. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And it does have its own diaper bags that you can get refills for, but I think it also accommodates grocery bags, or you can get like generic refills. All right, so diaper caddies are something I highly suggest you register for. In fact, register for 2 or 3 of them. They are so good at holding all the supplies you need for diapering, but also they're good for holding breast pump parts, bottles, toys, bath items, self-care items, like the list just goes on. And they're nice and portable because they have handles, and they really just help things stay organized and compact. And absolutely register for diapers, whether they're disposable or reusable. If you're doing reusable, register for different types like the all-in-ones and pocket ones. If you're doing disposable diapers, make sure you register for plenty of newborn and size 1, but make sure you also register for the other sizes, maybe up to a size 4. Personally, we're very partial to Huggies, and we've tried a variety of other brands. And as far as reusable diapers, I had every intention of using them, and I was gifted some from Assembly. However, there was a lot going on with my son. I was recovering from a C-section, and a post-surgical infection that I just could not wrap my mind around learning how to use them and dealing with washing them. So if you are getting some, maybe try practicing on like a doll or a teddy bear and have a specific plan in place for dealing with dirty diapers. There are lots of options for wipes and you should definitely register for some. We love the ones from Costco, but we also love the Water Wipes brand because they don't contain any chemicals or fragrance. And either one did a good job of cleaning a variety of messes. Now, I would say a wipes container is optional, but I do recommend it. The one we got is big enough to fit a whole pack of the Costco wipes, and it just makes it easy to pull one wipe at a time. My husband and I used to get so frustrated because the wipes would often get stuck together, like they wouldn't separate when you pull on them. But this thing has a weight that sits on top of the wipes and it does a pretty good job of separating them as you pull them out. As far as diaper cream, we like the Desitin the best for his butt, but we also did use triple paste for his face when he had an eczema flare-up. Really, there's all kinds of diaper creams out there and ointments. It's going to be up to you. I think my friend uses one that's like all natural. One thing to keep an eye out if you are going the reusable diaper route, some brands recommend using or avoiding specific ingredients that are used in diaper cream, so make sure you pick products that are friendly to the diapers that you choose. Registering for a diaper cream spatula is a no-brainer. It makes diapering so easy and mess-free. It's easy to clean, and just get a small one for traveling. Now, I don't think I registered for a humidifier, but I wish I had. We live in the desert and it's very dry here, like 80% of the year. I think having a humidifier for my son really helped his skin as we dealt with eczema flare-ups, and recently he was sick, so I think it also helped him when he was all congested. Also, look for a humidifier that is cool mist, like an ultrasonic one, and also look for one that you can unplug, like the machine. You can unplug the cord from the machine itself so that you're not having to unplug from the wall. The one we have is from Hey Dewey, and it's easy to clean, it's easy to fill, and it unplugs from the machine as well as from the wall. Also, there's some really cute humidifiers out there made specifically for kids, but if you see pictures of the tank and they have all these like nooks and crannies, you're just gonna be adding more time and work to really getting it clean. Alright, so add a set of blackout curtains to your registry. I'm not sure if they'll qualify for a discount, but it doesn't hurt to have them, especially if somebody might want to gift them to you. Sleep experts do recommend that babies sleep in a very dark room, and the ones that we got will definitely fit the bill. These particular ones are truly blackout curtains, and they come in all like different sizes and colors. I bought so many curtains in search of true blackout curtains, and none of them really were, even though the listing said they were. But IKEA does have some that are very nice, and they're also inexpensive. Last item on the list, consider getting some storage cubes. These are nice for a baby's room, but you can also get some that fit your decor, maybe to like keep in the living room. And this will make staying organized so much easier. And they're just great for storing things like toys, blanket, you could store pumping stuff, like overflow items like diapers and all kinds of stuff. Well, that's it for this video. If you have any questions about the items I mentioned, or if you feel like I left something out, please leave that in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!